I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped. Going in this baby blind. Okay, wait, what? Oh, there we go. Here we go. Oh, all right, Wolfer. I hope it's a good relationship. Boulder, Colorado, 1975. Where my Coloridians at? I don't know if that's how you say people from Colorado, but you see Julia. Hey, Julia. Oh, click it. You see Julia. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby Colorado University, Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. You approach her. Ooh. Ooh. Do I got game? We're going to find out. You're drunk. Oh, oh God, we got to make choices. All right, I already like where this is going. Oh, man. So, what's your, major? You're pretty. Let's see. What would I do if I was drunk? Oh, I don't want to go the you're pretty route. We're not going to go ham on this one. We're going to say, what's your major? Let's ask about what she's interested in. What's smart? Like, where's her intelligence? I mean, she knows she's pretty. I don't need to state the obvious. Let's show some interest by asking a question. That's what I'm thinking. You slur the word major and it smells like Coors. Oh boy. You give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says, and I'm a professor. Cool, you reply. What's yours, she asks. She sniffs the air. Toxicology? I don't know, Nikki. That's a good question. I don't know if I would be or not. What's that, a burn, you ask? She says definitely. Worried she hurt your feelings, she asks you if you want to split a cheeseburger. Well, that's nice of her. 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. Okay. Cool. That worked out well. Now I'm in an elevator. A very mentioned, what says it? In the very mentioned forest. Oh, the one that I'm going to be in, Jan? By the way, hi, Jan. All right, got my backpack. Got my cool belt. You guys like my belt that I wear over my shirt? Or is that my backpack? We do have feet. Ooh, hold on a second. Why does this look weird? Okay, there we go. Yeah, the music's nice. Hi, Rupins. Apparently, I wear my belt over my shirt like that. Is this the prequel to Overwatch? Maybe. Load my gear. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. It's the best kind. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Sounds like it. I hope it's high life. Julia wants to get a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. You pick up the beagle and she names him Bucket. You adopt the shepherd and name him Mayhem. Oh, I'm all about Bucket the beagle, man. First of all, she loves it. Second of all, I love beagles. Shepherds are great too, but we're going Bucket the beagle. Bucket's a good dog. And a week later, you've totally forgotten about Mayhem. Julia loves him. You love him too. I have a feeling I'm going to like this game a lot. 1979. You talk out on the deck. It's summer. 9:30 p.m. and the heat radiates off the high desert. What do you think about kids? She asks. Oh boy. Oh, we successfully raised a dog, I guess. Kids? They're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have a couple little idiots. That would be pretty good, or one day. Why rush? I'm gonna have to go with the why rush option. I'm not in a hurry. I want to enjoy Julia's company. She looks away out towards the mountains. We have plenty of time, right? Speak for yourself, mister. Don't worry, you assure her. You tell her that she has the body of an undergrad. My ovaries didn't get the memo, she says, laughing it off. One day, okay? Okay. One day, she says. 6 months later, you get engaged, lying in bed on a Sunday morning. Oh, this is gonna get sad, isn't it? All right, no, we're gonna just enjoy the happiness. We're engaged. We're laying in bed. It's a Sunday morning. We get engaged. I like it. Damn. How beautiful is this? What a great truck. All right. I'm not telling you anything about this game. Thank you. Please don't. Thoroughfare Trailhead. Do not forget to check in. No fireworks. Thoroughfare Trail is not recommended for inexperienced hikers. Well, I got plenty of experience. I hiked the moon last week. You're in their country. Learn to live with bears. All right. Is that how you propose? No. I did a little more than that, but I admire people who get proposed that way. I took her I surprised her by going to the place where her and I decided that we were gonna dump our current significant others and be with each other. And then we ate dinner at Buffalo Wild Wings, which is where we went on that date. It was cool. It was cute. My parents and her parents were there. It was pretty awesome. All right, 1980. It's a Thursday night. Julia's 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. Oh, I'm getting angry. Okay. Yes, we were, Chico. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. You get mad or you ignore her. Ooh. I'm going to allow myself to feel mad. I'm not going to ignore her. That's shitty. All right, well, I don't like that. To be clear, I was allowing myself to feel my feelings. I didn't know what I was going to say. I'm not happy with my decision of what I said. You call her an inconsiderate asshole. She tells you to fuck yourself and not be such a baby. You call her selfish. She knows you mean it and it hurts her feelings. Holy shit. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. You pose and flex like He-Man. You frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. Give me that Victoria's Secret model. Yeah, right? Get the swear jar out. Very nice. I'm frolicking, man. Are you kidding me? I'm all about the frolic. Whoa. Holy red, Batman. This is like insanely red. What's up, Anthony? Two Forks, fire lookout. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking Bucket at night. That's our beagle for anybody joining us. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Oh boy. Bucket gets kicked. Are you kidding me? Don't kick my dog. You don't kick my dog. But fuck, dog, Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she's stressed. You confront the attacker. You scare him away, you beat his face in. I'm gonna scare him away. You reach into your pocket like you've got a gun and threaten to kill him. You manage to scare all three of you. You manage to scare all three of you. Oh, okay, he runs away. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay. You don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. 1984. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Right? Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale's in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job. Associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. Oh man, convince her not to take the job? Agree if she commutes back and forth. Ooh. I'd like you to commute. I don't want to convince her not to take the job. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if that's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. Wow. (1985). Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. Uh-oh. That's probably not good. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it. You make macaroni and drink wine to try to forget about it. Well, obviously we're going to talk about it because, you know, I'm a therapist. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they are worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She's 41. Ooh, my God. I just got like goosebumps. That's... Damn it. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. Is that me? It is. Bucket is getting older. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to the university. (1987). Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She's devastated. She's sent home on permanent medical leave. Oh my God. This is getting rough. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes, she goes into a panic, believing her dad is at the door. Oh my God. Oof. You tell her family. They're crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. I really had no idea this was the direction this game was going. 1988. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care, a home. It sits with you for a couple months. You decide to move her into a full-time care facility, or you're determined to take care of her by yourself. Oh. Well, do I have insurance? Can I afford to send her into her full-time care facility? I mean, I'm young enough at this point that I probably could take care of her. I'm going to try to take care of her for a while. But, oh my God, but she's probably not going to have the kind of care she needs. And we have the weekly, we have weekly visits from Dan. All right, what do you guys think? I'm interested in your thoughts on this. Generally, people do worse in a home. So amazing how attached you get to this relationship through a fairly limited text. No kidding, Staircase. Oh, full-time facility, visitor often. Full-time care, you visit, you must move on with your life. She will be okay. Oh my God, if this was Allie, what would you do? Oh man. It would depend on so many things. I mean, for one, I mean, so if she completely just does not know who I am, I'd probably have to go full-time care facility. If there was still some semblance of knowing who I am, I'd probably take care of her for a while. But I don't know if I have the capacity. I remember having to do that with my grandma. My mom and I were the only two that visited her. Yeah, I know. Well, my mom works in a life care facility and family never visit. It's really horrible. She seems to be deteriorating pretty quickly, but oh my God, what an impossible choice, right? Like, I'm getting burned out. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel. It sounds like I have been trying to take care of her by myself, though, up until this point. I'm going to dig deep. I can always move her into a full-time care facility, but I feel like it's going to be harder to pull her out once she's in. So I'm going to try to I'm determined. I think determined is the operative word here. I'm determined to take care of her by myself. I'm going to give it a shot. And we don't get to know what the ramifications of that are. Wow. This game's gorgeous. My goodness. Hey, Putt Dog. This reminds me so much before my dad was home. Hospice. Yeah. Wow. Hospice is it's like this simultaneously wonderful yet really sad thing. Ooh. Hey. It is impossibly hard. The worst is when you get mad at her, like when she tries to cook her own food. You can't do anything without her, and she can't do anything without you. So we are now at the point of being codependent. When she goes to sleep, you stay up for a few hours, drinking on the deck, watching baseball in the summer, college basketball in the winter. Drinking then too. Oh boy. Going down the path of substance abuse. Apparently, you start going out after you put her to bed. The first time you do it, you worry about her getting up and walking around while you're gone. You put a chair in front of the bedroom door. You trust that she sleeps like a rock. Oh my God. Well, if I made the choice to go out, I'm going to trust that she sleeps like a rock. If I got to put a chair in front of the bedroom door, I should have never gone out in the first place. Granted, I probably shouldn't have gone out in the first place, as I made the decision to keep her around. I get it though. I got to live. Jeez, whatever this game did to get me sucked into this, they did a great job. You go to the same bar at the boring end of Pearl Street. It's nice there. Over time, you tell Sheila, the bartender, everything. It's a huge weight off. You're home and in bed by 1 a.m. a couple nights a week. You look forward to those nights. (1989) One night, you're stopped at a DUI checkpoint. You blow a .10 and are taken off to jail for that. Oh my God. It is heavy, Pud Dog. It is indeed. You consider trying to hide it, but you tell your sister-in-law, Susan. Julia's parents take the next plane from Australia. They can't believe the state your house is in. Then they tell you Julia is coming to live with them. You don't argue. You say you'll visit soon, and a few weeks go by. Summer's coming, and you see an ad in the paper for a job. Wait, they're taking her to Australia? But she's my wife. I'm literally giving my wife back to her family of origin. I'll visit soon. Wow. Summer's coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. Good night, Frody. Enter the lookout tower. Can do. I kind of agree, Titan. At the same time, I think the nice thing about the text is we can kind of fill in our own, like fill in the gaps with our own experiences, right? Like what that might, like we've all just created our own mental picture of what that looks like rather than having it sent to us. I think there's a beauty in that. The writing, I think it's so direct. I think it forces you to really confront the details. It doesn't hide things from you as the audience, so it feels really honest because it is. Yeah. Oh my goodness, look at this. Just stare at the scenery. No wonder people like this game so much. Turn on the power. The Singular Mind. Dr. Jonas Allard. Don't mind your mind alone. Have you considered the untapped power of your own mind? Do you often ponder the unexplainable? Do you find yourself seeing that which is not there? Do you yearn to explore the labyrinth of your own psyche? No? Oh, guess I could have turned the light on before I read that, huh? You're just sitting here squinting like an old person. What's your opinion on suicide as end-of-life alternative to elder decline? I'm all for it, Skog. What does the interactive part have to do with the text? I think it's just for me to like turn it around. Like I can pick this up.
Your lights are on.
Oh wait, somebody's talking to me. Hold on.
Hello, Two Forks, come back. Pick up your radio.
Reply.
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
So, what's wrong with you?
Excuse me?
People take this job to get away from something. So, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
I'm gonna move that screen up so that you guys can see the subtitles. Okay. This is the job I took, apparently. You've killed 3 ex-husbands. You're rebelling against... Whoa, wait, what?
Fine. But I'm gonna take a second here and have a guess about you. Let's see. I don't know anything about you. But maybe you just really like trees. Maybe it's... Gosh, maybe it's a borderline fetish. A tree fetish.
Good night.
Good night. Welcome to the job.
Okay. And I agree, Skog.
Good morning, Henry. Well, I guess good afternoon. You probably slept like a rock. Anyway, there's still a few hours of daylight to get some work in. I can see you at your desk, so call me when you're ready.
She can see me? Hey, it's me and the wife. Okay. Hold left shift to activate. Sorry, guess I slept in.
Sorry, guess I slept in.
You got a relaxing, 14 hours of sleep? Whew.
Yeah, Jesus, I guess it's 6?
6:45.
Whoops.
Don't worry about it. That hike puts everyone out of commission for a day or two. But now that you're up, let me quickly get you acquainted with the job. There's a thing in the middle of your room with a round map on it. Do you see it?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
This is the Osborne Firefinder, invented in 1914 by W.B.
Osborne?
You use this to spot, you guessed it, What the fuck?
What is it?
Nothing. You use this to... Oh, fuck me!
Good God, language, lady.
Out your west-facing window. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
West.
Are those fucking fireworks?
West. Oh God, which direction's west?
I need you to confirm.
And to use the compass. Okay. West. Do I see them? I don't know, guys. Do you see fireworks?
Seriously, are you seeing this?
No. Oh, wait. There they are.
Henry?
Yeah, sure.
That's not legal, right?
No.
There they are.
You need to get down there right now and stop them. Fire danger is through the fucking roof.
Is that really my job?
Your job is whatever I say it is. Look, the closest ranger is like 2 days away. Go down there and set them straight.
Like, kick the shit out of them? Can I write them a ticket? I'm not really into discipline.
Do you think you can handle that?
Do I write him a ticket?
Easy there, Dirty Harry.
Well?
Get going. You'll probably need a rope to get down the shale between you and the lake, if I remember right. There should be one in the supply box on the way. The code is 1234. It's actually that for all of them.
That's the combination I have in my luggage.
Secure.
Shut up.
All right. Compass away. I think that if you don't have safeguards, there's too much potential for... Oh, yeah, D, that's absolutely getting into the complexity of something like that. But I've been pretty, like, open ever since I've been streaming that I am not anti-suicide. All right, let's see. Manly thermos. Nice. Let's see, what's this book about? Death Strikes at 2. I want to be able to, like, read these. All right. Backpack. Am I going without it? Oh, I got it. All right. Here we go. All right, let's go get those fireworks, gang. As a professional and as a therapist, I am all for what legally I have to do in cases of suicide. But personally, I believe that if a person is consenting to their own death, as long as they're not under the influence of substances or whatever, like if they have their full faculties, yes, I tend to be of the mind that an adult is... You're in charge of your own life. Now, I know many people who have tried to attempt and maybe haven't successfully attempted have said that they regretted it as soon as they started, but I know that's not a very popular opinion sometimes, but I feel like it's fair for me to be honest about it. So I worked on a suicide hotline for 3 years, and I do everything I have to ethically do and legally do in the cases of suicidal ideation and imminent risk, but my personal opinions are different than my professional opinions, which I have to acknowledge. Ideally be something someone would set up like their advanced directive earlier in life when they're competent. Right. Yeah, I mean, we do that with Do Not Resuscitates. I mean, that's some version of it. Disabled partner for their relationship was stressed to the breaking point because the wheelchair using partner had to play nurse because the nurses would either not show up or be incompetent. Oh man, that's awful, D. That's the right. That's exactly not. That's not the same consent. M dash. Absolutely not. It's like when people call a suicide hotline, they're usually calling because they don't want to do it. Eat that granola bar. App updated. Note. Ron, hey man. Guy couldn't take it, so I locked up his lookout and put some stuff in the box. Found one of those bars you liked. Hiking into the park, but let's get effed when I'm back. Dave. All right. Well, I'm glad that you're here, Jinx. Physician-assisted suicide in some states and countries? Yep. If it has very strict guidelines, like very strict. Yeah, it's an unfortunate thing that I'm sure many people can connect with, D, which is horrible. Who shoots fireworks at 7 a.m.? Apparently these people. Hard to tell. I'm not going to jog. We're just going to walk. We're just going to enjoy the scenery while we chat here. By the way, I recognize that us talking about suicide might be a heavy topic for some people. But I welcome the discussion. It's an important topic, and it's one that's more complex than most of us like to give it credit for. Ooh, should I tell her about the view?
This vista is incredible.
Which one?
Down the hill from my tower. There's a canyon and then the rest of, well, everything.
Yeah, you should see what I'm looking at. An eagle has been hovering over this gorge for the past hour. And maybe if you're good, you can come by and see it at the end of the summer.
Potentially. I mean, it's certainly an angle to look at with that, D. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I think that's one of the things that would have to be put into the conversation about it. You know, I'm not an all for nothing guy, like, or an all or nothing guy. Like, I think there are countries who do it and do it successfully. And it's just got to be super regulated. Yeah, very good point, Llama. By the way, good to see you, Llama. That's usually how it works, Atomic, is there is a time period. It's not something that you say like, oh yeah, today I want to do it. There's a whole process you have to go through. By the way, as always, real glad to have you guys on board tonight. Thanks for hanging out with me. I mean, yes, Gog, if I had to be in a vegetative state, you better believe I feel the same way. I don't want to have locked-in syndrome. Get that the hell away from me. Down we go.
No.
Oh. Jeez. She was an adult. She had thought this through, then it was her choice. She was only doing it for the attention because her boyfriend refused to get back with her. She was an extremely manipulative person, and since distancing myself from her, that sounds like it was probably a good decision, gamer. Oh God, but that's I feel like that sounds. I don't know the story, but that was me, man. No way. I'd be writing, "Get me out of here." By the way, I also want to say how much I respect so much that we can have some of these difficult conversations, and I know that there's a whole variety of opinions and values and viewpoints, and I think it's awesome that those are welcome to coexist in this space. I don't take that for granted, and it is one of the things that makes this place so awesome. So I just want to give all of you a lot of love and credit for that, because it's a big deal. Port the Meadow. I don't feel compelled to talk to her. Nice time to reflect and chat. I don't hear the fireworks anymore. It's actually getting dark now, and we don't have fireworks being blown off. Whiskey. Ooh.
They left half a bottle of whiskey. Decent stuff.
The idiots down at the lake?
Yeah, them. I just found where they're hanging out. Oh, look, they decided to have a campfire, too.
You know, they color-coded the fire danger signs in case people were illiterate. But I guess that doesn't take into account just plain stupid, does it?
Oof. Stomp out. Really? Is that all you gotta do? Just kick a log and you're good? Yeah, D, if one of the mods is here to do it. I don't have the ability. Well, I could do it, but just give me a second if I need to do it. If there's a mod here. Hey, Cladnar.
Finding a bunch of empty beer cans. They threw them all over hell.
Are you fucking serious?
Thank you, Victoria.
Yeah, sure am.
People are just the worst, aren't they?
They're not great, no.
Littering. Clean up beer. I'm not taking the whiskey though. Cheers to sobriety. I confiscate the fireworks. Yep. That sounds pretty damn miserable, D.
They left their packs tied up here.
Don't fuck with them. The last thing we need is some hikers filing a report about harassment.
That is also, I tend to agree with that staircase. Absolutely. That it's often the state of, I mean, stigma and mental health, poor health care in general, all those types of things. Yeah. Uh-oh, are they skinny dipping? There was this one girl in my class who would constantly brag about cutting or trying to commit suicide, then complain when people got mad at her or told her off for being proud of doing that. I've been through that, and personally seeing her parade around and brag was just super tough. Oh God, yeah, Hutch. That kind of stuff should not be glamorized. And honestly, I mean, it's tough. See, the thing that people learn sometimes about threatening self-harm or talking about self-harm is that it automatically grabs people's attention. It's a full stop. Like, people will put down what they're doing if people start talking about that. People learn that they can manipulate people and are truly doing it to be manipulative. They learn that they can do that. They learn that it works because people generally are well-intentioned and have to act on it. And it can be really hard to set boundaries with a person who's doing that because that often comes along with it the fear of, is this maybe the time? And I don't have any quick tip on how you know whether a person's doing that or not, but it can be a really scary situation. Using self-harm or suicide as a manipulative tool is a really shitty thing to do. Really shitty thing to do. It does not happen as often as people like to say it does, but there are certainly stories like that, Hutch, that are out there, and it's really rough.
Well, they left their clothes out to dry. It looks like two people. What if they're naked?
Won't that be exciting? They're obviously still there, so tell them off and then head back.
Oh boy. We gonna go find them? Give them their clothes? What's up, Coder? It was one of the hardest things I had to do for my job, ignoring a certain kid because he was using self-harm to get attention. It is. It's very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. Oh, there's a bra. Hey, yo. A bra. I love how... a bra. No, I'm just going to straight up grab it, huh? This reminds me of that time I posed and frolicked like a Victoria's Secret model. Why did I... Oh. And then I put it on the ground? That was a shitty thing to do. I shouldn't have done that. I hear music. Oh, absolutely warped. 100%. There's one thing to be engaging in it, another thing to be parading it around. I think that's kind of the point. Oh, boy. Why am I picking these up? Another pair of panties? No, we're just going to leave those there. Listen to good music, at least. Okay, but I don't like... Okay, can I just comment here for a second that I don't like that I'm a guy that's literally walking up to two women skinny dipping? Oh, man. Yep, this is why.
Full stereo!
Whoa, hey, what's that offensive.
Fucking cool it with the fireworks.
Please put it down.
Teens, they are drunk.
This guy's creepy, Chelsea.
You probably have a tiny dick.
Chelsea?
It's my boombox.
You gotta take it easy with the fireworks, all right?
You ought to take it easy at the Sizzler buffet.
Chelsea?
What? He's just some loser out in the woods. I mean, he's gross.
Grody. That's a word I haven't heard in a long time.
Just stare at girls.
Look, I'm sorry for bothering you. Can you just knock it off, please?
Yeah, you should be. This is a free country, and we should be free to do whatever we want.
And free from any peeping Toms.
I said sorry.
Oh my God, is that what you are? Barf me out.
Ew. Can we just get out of here?
Ew, totally.
You're gross.
You're just some sad man out in the woods.
That's what you got to tell yourself so that you get out of here. All right. Job done. Mission accomplished. We did it. All right. Music's great.
Hey, that go okay?
It's done.
Well, that's ominous.
Hopefully there won't be any more trouble.
Good. Thanks for going down there.
I don't think this would be considered a horror game. No, Titan. I hope they drown. I don't hope they drown. Am I too nice to play this game? Like, should I be picking these mean options? How do I get out of here? Oh boy. I'm lost. I love how it's just as I was starting to say I'm uncomfortable doing this as a guy. Turns out.
Any chance of those kids getting a disease in this lake, like diphtheria or consumption or...
Consumption? Not if they're not 19th century chimney sweeps, no.
You know, whatever.
I mean, if they drank a bunch, Giardia maybe, but probably not this time of year.
Well, that's too bad.
That's too bad. Consumption Junction. What's your function? I like how they just disappeared behind that rock and left all their clothes here. Why would you just take your clothes off and throw them on the path like that? Hey, Simu. They are drunk. That's a good point. I gotta keep remembering that they're drunk. Oh wait, but I can't go up the way that I came in. Find a way back. I guess we're gonna try to go the long way. I'd definitely take that whiskey. I am a... It's sort of implied that I'm an alcoholic, so I don't want to indulge myself in that. I'm going to just leave that for them. I'm going to pick up all their beer cans, though. Holy shit.
Fuck it, I'm not the maid.
I'm not the maid. Well, kind of am. Agreed with what you were saying about not glorifying that kind of stuff. There's very much this tendency to sort of compete over mental health. Yep. That's why it's in the disclaimer rules and FAQs of this Discord that mental health's not a competition. Like, who gets things worse and all that? I personally think it's a lot because we don't properly care for mental health, so people have to portray their condition as worse than others to get the help they need. Yep. Right with you on that, Staircase. Then you're leaving underage children to drink. Basically the trolley problem. Yeah. I did what I needed to do. I'm going to... Oh, I don't have a rope. I did what I needed to do. I got him to stop. I took the fireworks. Teens will be teens. I didn't see it. I don't think I'm going to be able to climb this. Yep, sure can't. All right. So we got to find a way around here. Definitely a lot of beer, though. But I can't go down this way. So that's a no-go. This is all blocked in. Let's go for a little jog, huh? It's also the 80s. That's a good point. Ooh, is this the spot? Yeah, here we go. Am I gonna get, like, attacked by a bear or something? Hey, raccoon.
There's a critter out here. A raccoon.
I can't understand you.
Because I'm whispering.
Because you're whispering.
My only comment on that, Atomic, is that I don't condone anything that's considered to be illegal in the place that it's in. If prescribed by a doctor legally, so be it. But other than that, like, I don't have much of a comment on that. What's up, Zeph? I went to a housewarming party for one of my therapist colleagues for work today. The medical director showed up too and provided, as he called it, running commentary. He would not shut up, and it was hilarious. Oh boy. I mean, legally, if it was legally prescribed, like, I'm not gonna... I don't know enough about it, honestly.
Pears, pears, pears! Yes!
What the hell?
I'm doing a crossword and I figured out the theme. It's homonyms. Pears, pears, pears. The clue was couples peeling fruit. Anyway, hope you're having a good afternoon.
Thanks.
Okay. Any tips on getting back out of depression? I've been struggling with it again in almost a year, finally feeling better, and I can't seem to find my way back out of it. Small, manageable goals. Talking to a therapist if it's available to you. Recognizing that behaviors, as hard as they may be to do while depressed, are the thing that often help people. You know, but if you need to talk to a general practitioner or a therapist about it in order to get, like, if medication's potentially an option, that's one thing. But small, manageable goals and setting goals, and it's going to be hard to do it. A lot of times, depression, people wait to feel better. They'll be like, okay, well, I'll set goals when I feel better, when I get some energy. That's not how depression works, unfortunately. So usually it's having to make a plan and then making the little tiny plans that are in between that. Eating well, sleeping a reasonable amount. So sometimes people with depression sleep too much, forcing yourself to get out of bed, eating well, moving around, exercising if you can, but moving around, even if it means going for a short walk, going outside, something like that. Depression tends to, people make choices when they're depressed, generally do things that continue the depression, like just sitting around, laying in bed all day, consuming sad things. Those types of stuff can really hold it in place. So it's hard for me to say any specifics, Shiny, because I don't know you. I haven't done an assessment, but those are general tips that I would recommend to anybody who might be struggling with depression. Speaking of small manageable goals, I've been trying my best to practice this advice, and I feel like it's starting to help. I'm so glad to hear that, Rupins. It can make a huge difference for people. I help moderate an ADHD support group, and something that comes up somewhat often is someone asking for advice, but then being very negative towards suggestions. Admittedly, this is something I can tend to do it sometimes, but do you have any advice on how to help someone break out of that cycle? It can be a real hard one, Staircase. Point it out. And sometimes I think that means that there's a level of resistance that maybe you're not prepared to handle. So sometimes maybe just backing off. You know? If you're not in a space where I mean, I get it that you're modding an ADHD support group, but you can sometimes call the behavior for what it is. Hey, I noticed when we try to help you that you tend to resist or not be particularly interested in what we have to say, and it's kind of making me not want to give you any more advice. I'm wondering what's going on. That kind of thing. But there's usually resistances in places that people never think to look, and that's totally normal. What's up, Whataboy? I was anxious all day about interviews I had today and tomorrow. Depressed, but did the small manageable goals. Doing things for the charity I want to set up in Seattle. What now? Oh God, I don't know, Zeph. I'm not sure what you mean by what now. I started with I want to make my bed every morning. It's been 2 weeks straight of making my bed, and I'm feeling pretty good. That's huge, Rupins. Absolutely huge. Good for you. It's hard to do that stuff when, especially if struggling with depression, it's hard to do that stuff. So I hope you give yourself lots of pats on the back for that. Just chilling. God, it's orange. This is just so orange. Can you imagine if we lived in a world that was this vividly colored? This vividly colored? Any tips on lessening self-loathing? It seems like a lot of tips for regular low self-esteem might not have been modified or different. So self-loathing, Jinx, is usually a sequence of thoughts and stories that we tell ourselves about ourselves. Like self-loathing is a choice a person makes, which I know for a lot of people that struggle with it would probably look at me with like a, huh? But it's a choice we make. Being mean to ourselves, telling ourselves we're a piece of shit, saying we're worthless. That's all just something we've constructed and decided to tell ourselves. And maybe there's some data that we've read that we perceive as being data to suggest that that's true. But honestly, the first step to fighting self-loathing is recognizing that it's a decision that we make cognitively, and that we can make alternative cognitive decisions even if they may be difficult if we need to. So sometimes working with somebody to help you figure out what the alternative things could be is key, but yep, self-loathing is a choice, as hard as that may be to hear.
What is it?
Look, I was drunk last night when I welcomed you to the job.
Yeah, well, you're not the first boss to be guilty of that.
I know, I know I can get a little pushy, you know, putting you on the spot about why you're out here and stuff.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, you know, I'll try to make it up to you. Anyway, let me know when you get back to your lookout.
Okay, will do. What's up, Sykes? How do I share my regrets with my friend about not always being there for her? I feel like she's drifting away and all I want is to be besties with her again. The way you share it is to share it. Just say it. Use iMessages. Say it warmly. Be prepared for whatever the response may be and be curious about that response. But honestly, sharing something is literally just that. It's sharing it. I know that might sound like a really annoying answer, but oftentimes we get in our own way with things like that. And if it's something you want to do, then figure out what's stopping you from doing it, get that out of the way, and go do it. Doing small manageable goals, still feeling bad. I know I won't do something, but if I'm moving in that direction, I know to say something. You get to set those goals, Zeph. I can't determine what those are for you because they're your goals. So, it may be that some of the goals are still a bit large and that they might need to be broken down more. Or you might want to come up with some other goals or things that seem achievable, things you maybe didn't think of before. But I don't know that I have the answer for you on that. Why is it so hard for people to realize if we believe the negative voices message, we can also believe positive ones? Because it's a conditioned thing. I mean, honestly, I have a lot of empathy for people that struggle with that. It's just, we condition ourselves into that being our autopilot. And a lot of times we take our autopilot for granted. But change is hard. Changing a narrative is not easy. I know I sit here and talk about changing narratives. It's not easy to do. It's why therapy exists. So. Absolutely, Sykes. Glad to have you here. By the way, glad to have you all here. I know I say that a lot, but I really am glad you're all still here. Been enjoying the chat tonight. It's been awesome. There's a flashlight. No batteries, though. Oh, there we go. Horn. Neat. Map. Let's go ahead and draw. Don't you think it's also a cultural thing? I suppose it could be. What's up, Tavarian? And anybody else who may have popped in who I haven't had a chance to say hello to or maybe lurking. Cave. Uh-oh.
What's in this cave down here?
How would she know where I am?
Thunder Canyon?
Hey, I didn't name it. But in the cave, I don't know, rocks? NFS tells people not to go too far in there. It's pretty dangerous.
So
I say, fuck it. You're a grown man, you can go where you want.
great. Used to go caving with someone back in Colorado. She loved it. Might be great to explore it sometime this summer.
Well, that could be fun. Obviously, be very careful.
Very true on that, Rupins. The older we get, the harder it is. Oh, do I mess with her? Yeah.
It doesn't seem that dangerous. Whoa, whoa! Ah, no!
Henry!
Seriously, it's completely fine in here.
God damn it.
Ooh, spooky, spooky. Oh, I'm really glad to hear that, Tavarian. I'm sorry I couldn't hang out with you through your whole shift, but glad I could help out with a little bit of it. Ooh. Gate to cave 452. Caves closed. For access, key available at Ranger Station. Dubois, Wyoming.
This cave is gated off.
It's to stop spelunkers from dying without getting the keys from the Forest Service office first.
Makes sense.
Hi, Pitstick.
Debbie says she lost them like 3 years ago, so maybe its mysteries are locked away for good.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, but maybe you can find another one to get your caving kicks in.
Oh, this one's so close to home and convenient, though.
Aw, sorry, Hank.
It is hard, Jinx, but the thing to remember is stopping saying something is only half the battle, right? Like, you got to replace it with something else. So when we have certain thoughts, we have to replace those thoughts we don't want anymore with other thoughts. But the fact that you're even being mindful of it is a big deal. And if you can continue to just attempt to be mindful of it, maybe you can chip away at it. Every once in a while, you'll catch yourself saying something else. And then you celebrate those moments. Oh, what is this? That? Who the hell is flashing me? What is that?
There's some guy out here giving me the creeps.
The creeps? Wait, he's looking at you? Is he doing anything else?
I don't think so.
Henry, there's something someone should have told you about this area.
What is it?
It's outside. The whole thing. And people come and go as they please. It's madness.
Yeah, okay. I get it.
Look, bumping into someone in the middle of nowhere is part of the fun.
That was so good. That was so good. It's outside. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. All right, do we go left or right? We've reached a fork in the wood. Do I go up or down? Tell me, chat. That was so good. I appreciate jokes like that, as you can tell. The road less traveled. Up, down, up, down. Oh, God. I tell you to check your goddamn map. I'm looking at the map. It seems that either way is fine. So how do you replace a thought like I'm flaky and unreliable if it's actually born out of reality? To recognize two things. One is flaky and unreliable is a series of behavioral choices that a person makes. So if it's happened in the past, sure, it's happened in the past, but it's important to recognize that those were also decisions. Could there have been circumstantial things that affected that and made a person be flaky and unreliable? But that maybe, but that's circumstantial. So you can chalk it up to that. If you can't chalk it up to circumstances, then it means you have to chalk it up to you, which means you have to recognize that that was a behavioral thing that happened. And you made those decisions, which means you can make alternative decisions that are in the spirit of no longer being flaky and unreliable, but instead being consistent and reliable. So that's number one. And then two is when you start making decisions that allow you to be reliable and consistent, then it means you won't have to tell yourself that you're flaky and unreliable anymore because there's no data to support that. So that's kind of what I would say about that. Like, just because it's happened in the past doesn't mean it has to happen next time. And when we make value attributions about stuff like that and basically tell ourselves that we are the problem or we are the thing, that usually is a way of holding ourselves into it and then allowing ourselves to autopilot. If a person tells themselves, hey, yeah, I'm a flaky person, then it means that they've essentially created an entire expectation for themselves that they will be flaky. And if they're on time, that may actually cause a degree of anxiety because it violates the expectation that that person constructed for themselves. So it's about changing the expectations about ourselves. And recognizing that a lot of what we do behaviorally is a decision that we make. All right. Never did mate. Oh, we'll go this way. I'm going to go toward the figure. Why not? Climb. Climb, baby. Climb. By the way, I love the questions tonight. They're excellent. Climb. That was definitely the pain in the ass way to go. But it's true that I get anxious when I'm not flanky. I start thinking I managed to be reliable for a little bit. How long will until I fail again? It's only a matter of time. Kind of didn't realize that was the thing I was doing. Well, there you go, Jinx. Right? So instead, in those moments, I think it's important for people to acknowledge that this time they were on time and that, you know, that's worth celebrating. And that means that if you continue to do that, then all of a sudden you've changed the narrative of what type of person you are. Is mayonnaise the ultimate Slav condiment? No. Mustard, Victoria. Give me that mustard. You're on your A game with the answers? Oh, thanks, Nix. I appreciate that. We really can brainwash ourselves. We absolutely can. What if setting those goals and then not making them push you further into it? Then it means that you haven't set reasonable goals, or that you haven't paid attention to enough of the micro decisions that are in the meantime. That's usually the first place that I go and look at that and look.
Well, that trail isn't closed anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I took care of the Black Path. It was backbreaking, but, you know, anything for the service.
Well, thank you.
Anytime.
Absolutely, Kaladnar. You are not alone in that. Oh, by the way, Kaladnar, I found an ADHD books for you, and I forgot to send them to you. So I will send that to you when I go offline. Seeing your name just reminded me of that. Don't you have a flashlight? This looks like the kind of thing a guy would post to Reddit /r/mildly penis. Don't you think? You think that was intentional? My reasonable goals are even hard to achieve some days. I set a goal of brushing my hair today. I couldn't even get up in long enough to do that. You could, you just didn't, would be my retort to that. Maybe a little bit of some tough love, but depression's got a way of really pinning us down and convincing us that we can't do things. That simply isn't true.
Ah,
Hey, pal.
Well, hey guys, y'all listening to DrMick today? You watching DrMick talk? I'm just a ranger, my shovel. Good to see you. You're the best community on Twitch, by far. Really love that you guys are here.
Fuck you.
so this generator is all the power I've got out here.
Yep, it doesn't go through much gas, and, well, you don't have much in the way of electronics, so...
But my hair dryer.
What about my hairdryer?
Oh, I'm sorry. You might just have to make peace with frizzy locks.
I could never.
You're welcome, Jinx. His name is Forrest Burns. It's a great name.
I'm Forrest Burns. This is Deep Sessions with Therapist, DrMick Live. Live Sunday and Tuesday. Sometimes Wednesday when he has his shit together. And sometimes Friday and Thursday, not always in that order. And Saturday and then Sunday again. This is Forrest Burns with a public service announcement for the stream. Thanks for being here. See ya.
I don't know why I just did that, but whatever. Forrest Burns is a strong endorser of the stream. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is going on here? Why is my typewriter down here? Music just got intense too. Not yet, Kaladnar. Oh my gosh. Okay, nobody in here. Report vandalism.
Someone broke in.
Hey, what?
They wrecked the place. Threw my typewriter out the window. Motherfucker.
Holy shit. I'll let the Forest Service know what happened.
Please do. I would appreciate that a lot. The Patriots by Donald Anderson.
Okay, I put in a call.
Oh. Goes
That was
fast.
Yeah, well, do you have any idea who could have done this?
But it was those teens? I don't know, maybe.
I did probably piss off the girls at the lake. Ugh, fuck them.
I don't know that I like the conclusion I've drawn there.
And question any they find. I can't believe someone would do this. I worry about bears and fires, and that's about it. And now I've got to worry about some, violent campers?
I don't think they would have beat me back here.
My friend Patty, who works the desk down in Cody. They keep a list of everyone who's officially been in and out of the trailhead since, I don't know, forever, and see if we can get a list of names. We won't get much, but at least if anything else happens, we can refer to it and see if anything comes up.
Thanks.
I need you to feel safe out here.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you can protect yourself, huh?
I just don't worry about it.
Perfect. Keep that attitude up and you'll have an excellent summer.
Says the guy who's, been taking care of everybody forever. It felt like an apt thing to say to her. There's no way it was the girls that were drunk. No way.
Wake up.
I'm up.
Hey, wake up.
I'm up.
I'm awake. What's your problem?
Our problem.
Sorry, our problem.
That storm knocked out the phone line I used to talk to the service, which means we're cut off. I tried radioing out, and that's not working either. I don't really know why that would be the case.
Should I be worried?
About what?
We can't get help if we need it.
Oh, you're tough, Hank. You don't seem like the guy who likes to ask for help.
Sure.
What I need you to do, though, is hike out to where the wire runs through your area and report back if it's down. Then I can track down a ranger to get someone on it.
Okay, I can do that. Where is it?
Remember that cave you hiked through yesterday?
Sure do.
Yeah, of course.
So you're gonna want to go back there, go through it, and keep going straight to the north when you come out.
Will do.
Thanks, Hank.
I'm going to let her have it. Just believe you called me Henry. Love that she called me Hank. This is actually kind of a cool little space. I wouldn't mind living in a space like this for a few days. Beautiful views. Huh. Broken clock. Oh. Clock's broken. Don't worry, what a boy. She calls him Hank, but it shows his name is Henry. And then there's some Forrest Burns. I'm very confused. There's a lot going on here. A lot going on here. Didn't Delia say she could see us at her desk? What if she watches us change? I don't know. Maybe she does. What a beautiful morning, though. Feeling refreshed. Not scared at all. I'm actually surprised I slept in the tower, given the fact that it was ransacked last night. Hey, Playful, I'm going to pull out my map for you, okay? I need to go back to that cave. Which means I'm going to go back the other way. You're also going to sleep in a tree? I mean, it's a good point. It's just a little freaky. I guess I could see why she was worried about me. How do you deal with the desire for meaning? Sometimes I can be doing well and completing these small steps, but I feel like, what's the point? Why do you keep feeling forlorn when objectively you're doing well? It's a hard one for me to answer, Sykes, without kind of knowing specifically what that process looks like for a person. I think a lot of times it's just, it's more than just this, but I think one of the places to start is just to acknowledge that it's happening. I think sometimes we get so amped up about what is happening for us that we try to critique every little thing that's going on instead of recognizing, like, maybe it's just normal, just common. Sometimes we just are kind of in a funk, and that's okay. And that it can pass. And if it doesn't pass and it becomes particularly distressing, then, then we do something about it. But sometimes there's this urgency when things are happening or not happening that if we settle down a little bit can be helpful. I went completely the wrong way because I'm an idiot. So we're going to go back the proper way. Right? This is the right way? Yep. I did. I'm just owning it. I was an idiot. I was being a dum-dum with my not paying attention there. And I say that to myself endearingly. I'm all right with self-deprecation. How do we know if the game's actually supposed to be spooky? I don't know. Comics message above. I'm looking, Victoria. She definitely checks to see if you're chopping morning wood. I'm sorry I missed that, Atomic. That's excellent. Forrest Burns is gone. But you guys are happy about that. Did you hear about the flat earther who died in a homebrew rocket crash? I did not. Down we go. Wow. That is far down. I've got some strong legs. I don't skip leg day. I didn't see him. I didn't see Forrest Burns sitting there. Right, but I needed to go. She said go to that cave, but then go north. Survey communication lines north of the canyon. Yep. Okay, so we're on the right track. Forrest Burns is the one who ransacked. Oh, I bet it is. You just got it, Putt Dog? How come that people cannot be convinced by evidence, Dr. Mick? Why are groups like Flat Earthers and others a thing? It's called the backfire effect, Pitstick. When people make a determination about something, they oftentimes will polarize and lock down into their convictions and into their values rather than evaluating extra evidence that suggests the contrary. A lot of times it's because they anticipate a sense of shame that they'll feel if they're wrong. There's a cultural thing in the United States that we're totally against people flip-flopping. So the fact that you might change your mind on something, you just get so entrenched. Oftentimes you find a sense of belonging in a community that thinks similarly. So having to go against that means that you might get ostracized from that community. All sorts of reasons why people do that, but it's a legitimate thing. It's called a psychological phenomenon called the backfire effect. It can be quite discouraging. Hard for people to change their expectations of the world the longer they go through life. Oh, it's totally fine, Putt Dog. I'm just giving you a hard time. All right. Almost there. Walk through here. Then we go to El Norte. I just realized how that applies to someone I've been trying to figure out. I learned so much in this stream. Well, I'm glad, Nikki. That's what I'm here for. I help people learn things. Alright, so I go in the cave, but then I have to go north, but... I'm so confused. Does that mean I go gap in the bush? Clear the gap in the bush. Nice. All right, we're doing it. We're on the path. Good shit. The ambience of this is so lovely, isn't it? Hear the birds. Water. Just a well-designed environment. Great company for the walk. I mean, come on. Doesn't get any better than this. Chilling with you guys, walking through the forest. My God. Man can only, I mean, can only be so lucky. I know, Rupens. I'm with you. I'm a little disappointed in that, too. I'm being honest with you. Am I going to be able to climb this wall? Probably not. I guess we're going this way. Walking on the moon is better. I mean, I did really enjoy that. So. Like we're in the woods and not getting eaten by mosquitoes, right, vegan? Even better. Also, lovely to see you. I hope you're doing well. A little crowded, maybe. Not much of a crowds type myself. Right? And what, we got 59 people walking through the forest together right now? Yep, alright. Then there's another fork in the road. Seems like you could just get lost exploring this place. Beartooth Point, Thoroughfare, Fire Lookout. But we have to fight a fire at some point. When we saw the deer, I wanted to shoot it. Playing too much of the hunt. I'm not much of a hunter. Ooh.
Hey, I found a structure that might have been an outhouse once, I think.
Whoa, you don't need my permission to go to the bathroom, but, you know, use abandoned shitters at your own peril.
I mean, I'm in the right area.
I do believe. The comms wire runs for quite a ways. Follow it all the way to the top of Beartooth Point, and if it's not damaged, you can loop around back home.
Follow it. Wait, so I gotta follow it to Beartooth Point. Which means... Oh, I went off the path. We gotta go back. Make my own path. That's not true. I'm gonna follow the path. Just strolling. So glad we haven't run into a bear yet. Your Apple Watch is gonna love all these steps. That's right. I should play the game like this. This would actually be a good VR game. You only need to be faster than one of us. 'Tis true. Watch for snakes. I hear rustling. Oh boy. It's quiet. Too quiet. Yeah, Bucket the Beagle with me would have been really cool. This feels like a check me out stream now. ASMR. Sound of the wilderness. I have no idea, Warped. I'm assuming it went with my wife to her parents' house, but it didn't say anything about Bucket. More beer cans.
Guess what?
What is it?
There's a bunch of empty cans up here.
Same as before?
Yep.
These fucking kids.
Why do you think they'd be up here?
Hell if I know, but they better have stayed away from our communication stuff.
So we've determined that it's the girls then, huh? I did, Chico. I'm excited for her. She deserves it. Long drop down. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Okay.
Well, I hopped down a drop and now I can't climb back up.
That is a pickle.
I could just keep hiking, but I figured I should let you know in case I get myself trapped out here.
How adventurous of you.
I've been doing a lot more climbing out here than I expected.
Well, keep your radio charged. I'd hate to one day find a skeleton with an orange backpack at the bottom of a ravine.
I can see the wire you're talking about. It looks like it's in good shape from here.
We'll follow it up to the top of the trail if you can. You can head back as soon as you give me the all clear.
Got it.
Cool.
So we really can't reach anyone any other way than these wires?
What else do you suggest? Smoke signals?
Just seems dangerous.
Well, if they don't hear from me for a few days, they'll send someone out, but I'd rather it not come to that.
Predict away, Nikki, as long as you don't actually know what's going to happen. By all means, predict. Also, how does... Oh, I should probably save this, huh? I haven't saved it the entire time. If it had crashed, I would have been very sad.
Yeah, okay, the wire's down here.
Okay, good. Any sign of those girls? Did they mess with anything?
I'll look around.
We got beer can. Also, like, that wire, this is freaky as hell. If I've learned anything from knowing an electrician, it's that you would never go near this wire. This is terrifying. This is death. People who express harmful views about marginalized groups. I generally don't think it's worth engaging at all with people who do that, but how does one handle the backfire effect if they recognize it happening? Boundaries, staircase, honestly. It can be really tough and very contextual. It's communication wire, not electrical. All right, Skog, have a good night. It's probably fine. What a vote of confidence. As a firefighter, I support what you're about to do with that wire. Oh, God.
Hey, so the wire is definitely down out here. I just found it. Yeah, the thing is, it doesn't look like the wind. It looks like it was cut deliberately.
How'd they get up there?
Knew it. The moment you said you found their trash. These idiots are gonna pay. Do they realize this is how people die? I mean, what if something happened to one of my lookouts while this was going on? And God forbid there's an actual fire burning out of control.
All right.
What do you want to do?
I want you to go find them.
And then what?
I haven't thought that far ahead. That's not true. Everything that comes to mind is illegal.
Let's hear it.
Oh yeah?
Hey, I came out here for a breath of fresh air and some adventure. What do you got?
I think I want you to just find them and scare the hell out of them.
Yeah, I'd make a spooky ghost costume, but they stole my sheets.
I don't know. Wait for them to wander off and wreck their camp. Something that would make a teenage
Really?
girl run home to mommy and daddy.
We're not gonna be adults about this.
But I am gonna need a raise.
Don't hold your breath. I'd start by hiking back towards your tower and just keep an eye out for anything that would lead you to them.
Well, they're big into Red Eagle.
Great. See if you can find the path they took down from there. Maybe they looped back around towards the lake or something. I doubt they're where they were yesterday, but they obviously can't have gone far.
What is this? Go to hell. Is that an ice cream cone? What the hell? Oh, that's on a pair of panties. Classy. Very classy. Well, and they drink a lot of beer. I think this is probably the point where I'm going to go to bed. I can feel the wall. It's going to get harder and harder for me to chat and play at the same time, and I want to be fully engaged. So I think I'm going to call it here. As bummed as I am to do that. Remember to save. Thank you, Simu. But before I go, as always, I like to just say that I appreciate you guys so much, and I'm so glad that so many of you hang out with me. It's awesome. I really like this so far. This is really great. Walking sims are just perfection for the stream. They really are.